What is that? What is that? Oh no. What is that? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to apologize for the wind noise now. I left my mic at home, so I'm sure the wind's going to be brutal. But I am in Duck, North Carolina, and I'm doing something that I don't get to do that often. Surf fish, a little bit of saltwater fishing. So I like getting out here, fishing with shrimp and fish bites, and just getting on a good whiting bite because they are delicious. They're relatively easy to catch. They're a fun time. I'll take a stray redfish, I'll take whatever's running around, a flounder, but I'm out here to target whiting. So maybe we'll get on a few, and I hope you guys enjoy. So before we get out into the wind, I'm just gonna show you guys the rig that I use in the surf. I'm not a surf fishing expert, but I've learned a lot about surf fishing over the years. In most years, I'm at the Outer Banks probably, close to a month. Every year. So I do a lot of surf fishing, and again, I've learned a lot. So your go-to rig for surf fishing in most applications is going to be this high-low style rig. You're going to have your line attached here. I recommend braid because it doesn't have a lot of stretch. At the bottom, you'll have your weight. You could use a pyramid weight, which is what I'm going to use. They make rounded ones, but they tend to move around too much. And if the surf is really brutal or there's a lot of wind, you can use something like a Sputnik weight that'll really dig into the sand. But for most applications, I'm going to recommend just a pyramid weight. Also, these floats here, this is a pompano rig. You don't have to use this style of high-low rig, but I use pompano rigs mostly because the floats help keep the bait suspended away from crabs and little fish that are going to pick off your bait. I also use high-low rigs with circle hooks. If you're using sand spikes, when you use a circle hook, the tension of the rod really helps set the hook for you. You don't really need to set the hook. If you're fishing holding the rod in your hand, feel free to use just a typical J hook, but I like to use circle hooks because they do set the hook for you in most instances. So this is my basic setup. I'm going to use a pyramid weight here. Again, high-low rig. I'm probably going to fish shrimp and then fish bites to kind of help keep the shrimp on there and provide a little extra attractant. But that's the basic setup we're using today. So I said I'm using fish bites with my shrimp. They basically come in rolls, and you just take scissors and cut off little strips just to add some extra attractant. I'm going to put these over top of the shrimp that I'm going to thread onto these circle hooks. Oh, I'm getting bit on the other one. Oh no, that's a big bite, that's a big bite, that's a big bite. Oh, he still got it over there. Oh, all right, let me get this guy back quick. Let me go see what's going on with this one. Oh, they're all over the place. Yep, he's on there. Oh man, they're biting so well. One rod would have been enough today. Lots of good whiting on that pompano rig. Fish bites and shrimp. These suckers are slippery though. So I still have fish bites on here, but what I'm basically doing is I'm taking about a half a shrimp, I'm peeling it, and I'm threading it onto the circle hook with the fish bites. I like to put the fish bites on top of the shrimp, but I don't want to take this one off. So basically the fish bites just adds a little bit of extra attractant in case your shrimp gets torn off or bitten off or whatever. But that's the basic setup. The pompano rig with the shrimp and the fish bites. It's a whiting killer. So when it comes to detecting a bite, guys, you can see that the waves are also slowly bouncing my rod. When a fish is on there, it's much more of an erratic bite. It looks like the tip of your rod is just shaking uncontrollably. That's the difference between a wave and a bite. You'll see that the waves are just slowly pulling it down. That's not a bite. Now that is a bite. You see that erratic tapping on that far rod? See if he's still on there. See, yep. You'll see the rod tip just bounce rapidly, showing that it's not the wave. I think he's still on there, so I'm gonna go check that far rod and see what we have going. Yeah, I'm still seeing some biting going on. Let's see if this guy's on here. Yep, he's still on there. Oh, that feels like a good one. That feels like a, did he come off? Yeah, that feels like a decent one. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, that's a good one. That is a tank of a whiting. Now, this is about the size that I would keep, but I kept some whiting from the other night, so I don't really need any more. Oh, we got a bite, got a bite, got a bite. When you're going out into the water and you take that little dip down into that trough, that first trough is where a lot of fish hang out. And then they'll hang out in the second and third trough as well. But if you're throwing too far out, you're really casting beyond the structure that these fish like. What do we have here? Well, we have a nice whiting. That's really what we're going for in the surf. The actual name for this is the kingfish. And I believe with the stripes, this would be the, wow. I believe with the stripes, this would be the northern kingfish. But it's a beautiful fish. Just on the shrimp and fish bites. Thank you for the fight, buddy. So I mentioned earlier that a lot of people, when they're surf fishing, cast way too far. And I said you should really target the troughs or maybe rips through those troughs. And what I mean by that, basically everywhere you see a wave breaking, everywhere a wave is breaking is really a sandbar. We know usually if you like swimming at the beach that when you step off the beach, you usually sink down. That's the first trough. See out there where those waves are breaking? That's a sandbar. Waves break on sandbars, and between the sandbars are troughs, these really fish highways. That's where you want to target if you're surf fishing. Hit those fish highways between the sandbars because that's where all the fish are. If you're casting way beyond the breakers, there's fish out there, especially maybe, you know, if you're shark fishing or something, but if you're trying to catch good table fare, like whiting, really fish close, fish in those troughs. Oh, good bite, good bite. Oh, what is that? What is that? Oh no. What is that? Dude, something big. Something big. Oh no. Oh, what is that? What is this? Oh, I don't know what this is, but it is. Oh, it's back. It is swimming fast. What is this? Oh, it's a ray. No! No, it's a ray. No! Anything but a ray. Anything but a ray. Oh, come on. That is not what I wanted. I was hoping this was a stray redfish. I was hoping this was a redfish. Dadgummit. Now this rod was going crazy when I was fighting that ray, so I don't know if there's anything left on here, but we will see. Oh man, a little bit of excitement for the night. Can't help but think of Steve Irwin every time I catch one of those rays. They're sneaky. They will get you with those spines. You don't want to do. So I did have one on. Had a whiting on the entire. Oh no, not a whiting. It's a spot. These are great bait, but I don't really need any more bait right now. You guys can tell the difference between the whiting and this spot croaker here. Different species. That guy was sitting on there the entire time I was fighting that ray. And catching those big rays will really mess up your night. That one was pretty fun to fight, but usually they are not very fun at all. They just suction. But that guy, you end up having to use your pliers and sand spike and try not to get stabbed to death. It is not fun at all. But that's the risk, especially as it gets towards the night. For some reason, skates and rays tend to bite pretty well at night, but hopefully we can avoid those from here on out. Oh! That feels like a good one. another whiting. And I think that's the one we're gonna end the night on, people. We could stay out here and catch a ton of these, but I need to get back and say goodnight to my kids, so. Well guys, that's gonna do it for me. We had a pretty good evening on the beach. Caught a lot of whiting, spot a big ray that put up a killer fight, but you never love to see that. But either way, these whiting are great to eat. They're fun to catch. If you're out on the beach and you're looking for something to do, go grab some shrimp, some bloodworms, a high-low rig, a pompano rig, and have a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, tight lines.